Thank you. We have another problem here. Today we shall be looking at arithmetic progressions. The sum of the first n terms of an AP is n 1 plus 5 bracket. Then you are told to find the first term and the common difference. So we chip into the solution very fast. We know that for an AP, the sum of n terms, Sn, is given by n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 times d. D is the common difference. We can call this equation 1. But from our case, we are told that the sum of n terms, you can say the sum of n terms of an AP is this one. So if we use our formula to be case 2 now, we say that Sn equals to n plus that one. So we can try and solve the first case and see if we can develop an algorithm or a mechanism which can help us solve the second case. So if in the first case we assume our n, first n terms to be 1, that is the first term to be n. So we replace n with 1, we have a half 2a plus 1 minus 1 times d. This one gives you 0, so this one converges to 0. Then a half, we are left with a half plus 2a, which gives you basically a half times 2a, which is a. This is the first term. As we chose n to be 1, then we are left with a, the first term. So it means if this, in the second case, this is the sum of n terms, if we replace n here with 1, then it should be giving us the first term. That is the first algorithm we have developed. So Sn, that is the sum of the first n terms, that is 1, will give us 1 bracket 1 plus 5, then 1, which simplifies to 1 plus 5, which is 6, which gives us our first term. So in this case, the sum of n terms, our first term a will be 6. Then for us to get the sum of the first 2 terms, then n must be 2. The number of terms is 2. So if now we replace Sn to be S2, that is the sum of the first 2 terms from case 2 now, because our problem majorly is from case 2. We know that we are given that Sn equals to n 1 plus 5n, n plus 1 plus 5n, which will give us to 2n, that is the value of n, 2, 1 plus 5 times 2. 5 times 2 gives us 10. Then 1, if you open this bracket, you have 1 plus 10, that is 11. 11 times 2, you have 22. Remember, this is the sum of the first 2 terms, the sum of the first 2 terms, not the second term. You know, this is not, 22 is not the nth term, but it is the sum of the first 2 terms. So what do we do to get the second term? So the second term, we have the first term and we want to find the second term. So to find the second term, you just pick the sum of the sum of the 2 terms minus the first term, which is 6, so that you are left with 16. 16 now is the second term. If basically you are asked to calculate or to find the second term, your answer could have been 16, because if you pick the sum of the first 2 terms minus the sum of the first term, will give you the second term. Then from that point now, we know that d, that is the common difference, is given by the second term minus the first term. The first term, there is an r here, so it is the common difference is given by second term minus first term. Our second term is 16, as we have calculated here. Then our first term is 6. So the difference between the two is 10. So 10 is our d, which is our common difference, and a equals to 6. Then d is a common difference. Thank you. In case of any challenges, DM me. My number is down there under comment. We meet in the next session.